While movies in the Marvel and DC cinematic universes are obviously comic book films, there are tons of movies floating around you likely had no idea are based on comic books or graphic novels. That's right, not all comic book movies feature masks and capes. Here are 10 movies you probably didn't know are based on comic books. Number 1. Road to Perdition. This film, set in the Depression and starring Tom Hanks, is based on a 3-part comic series that is itself based on a Japanese manga series called Lone Wolf and Cub. While the story in the comic spans generations, the movie takes place solely in 1931. Number 2. The Addams Family. While most people know the Addams Family movies are based on the 60s TV series of the same name, many don't know the show was based on a single-panel comic strip by Charles Addams that was featured regularly in The New Yorker. The TV show and films are pretty loyal to the original comics. Number 3. 30 Days of Night. What happens when vampires get wise to the fact that the most northern town in the United States, Barrow, Alaska, experiences over a month of sundown? Exactly what you'd think. 30 Days of Night was originally written as a movie, but when that didn't work out, they turned it into a comic. And when that did work out, they went with their original movie plan. Number 4. Ghost World. This cult classic dark comedy is about the relationship between the teenage outsiders, played by Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson, in a generic suburban town. Daniel Close was nominated for an Oscar for adapting his comic into the film's screenplay. Number 5. Snowpiercer. This English film was directed by a South Korean, stars American, English, and South Korean actors, was filmed in Prague, and is based on a French graphic novel. In the film, a train carries the last of humanity on a never-ending route around the post-global warming world. Number 6. A History of Violence. This crime thriller stars Viggo Mortensen as a diner owner who brutally confronts 2 would-be robbers. The movie earned 2 Oscars, but many don't know it's based on a graphic novel, which by the way has a very different ending. Number 7. Art School Confidential. Based on a 4-page comic that appeared in the back of another comic book called 8-Ball, the movie version of Art School Confidential offers a lot more layers than the comic, which is mostly about the odd characters one would encounter while attending art school. Number 8. Whiteout. While this film about a US Marshal in Antarctica being stalked by a masked killer is based on a 4-issue comic series, it doesn't have the grit of the source material. That's likely because there were recastings, issues with ownership rights, and several reshoots by uncredited directors. Number 9. Red. An acronym for Retired and Extremely Dangerous, Red had an all-star cast of Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, and John Malkovich, and is based on a comic book of the same name. Whereas the comic had a dark tone, the film version is a funny ensemble film. Number 10. V for Vendetta. A comic book before it was a film about revolting against an alternate future's neo-fascism. One of the comic's creators, Alan Moore, was so displeased with the film version that he asked not to be credited or paid royalties. Do you have a favorite film that originated as a comic book? Let us know in the comments.